How's it going, guys? My name is Franco and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be taking a look at my top 6 cryptocurrencies for 2024. Now of course this is not financial advice, this is just my own personal opinion. So these are tokens that I think personally are going to perform well in 2024. They're going to have narratives that push them up, they look fundamentally good, and they look good on a chart. That's kind of what I take into account when picking my cryptocurrencies. Now of course make sure to stay to the end because we're going to be doing this from number 6, as in the least of my top 6 cryptocurrencies, all the way to my favorite cryptocurrency to make. So make sure to stick around right till the end. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy cryptocurrency content, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do enjoy this content, remember to like, comment anything down below that you guys think, or just anything that you guys have to say. Feel free to comment it down below. Now of course, let's just jump straight into the video. Alright, so coming in at number 6 is going to be the BNB token, or the Binance token. Now of course, what is BNB and how does this work? Well, the BNB is the cryptocurrency coin that powers the BNB chain ecosystem. As one of the world's most popular utility tokens, not only can you trade BNB like any other cryptocurrency, but you can also use BNB in a wide range of applications and use cases. So BNB, or the Binance token, is not only the native token of its own blockchain, but obviously it is used by Binance as a bit of an incentive to use their platform. So of course, the benefits of BNB, so you can use BNB to pay for goods and services, settle transaction fees on the Binance Smart Chain, and participate in exclusive token sales and more. So when you're using Binance, the exchange, obviously Binance is one of the world's largest exchanges, it is the world's largest exchange, that if you use the BNB token, you're going to save on trading fees. You're able to then use this token on the blockchain to, do different things. Now BNB, another good thing about this token is, if we have a look over here, if we have a look at the circulating supply and the total supply, obviously the total supply and the circulating supply are the same, which means this token is fully diluted. There are no more tokens coming onto the market, which is great in terms of supply and demand. And Binance will actually burn tokens. So BNB uses an auto burn system, which reduces the total supply to 100 million BNB. The BNB auto burn mechanism adjusts for the amount of BNB to be burned based on BNB's price and the number of blocks generated on the BNB smart chain during the quarter. This offers great transparency and predictability to the Binance community. So not only is Binance, the native token of the largest exchange in the world, not only is it obviously a native token to its own blockchain, and it has these use cases to save on fees, to use on the Binance blockchain and use on their applications. It is also deflationary, which I think is a bit important. Now of course, I don't personally think that being deflationary is the be all and end all. At the end of the day, we're just here to make money, and the fundamentals aren't always the most important. I mean, you just have to look at a few cryptocurrencies and see them pumping to see, it's not all about fundamentals. But the fact is that we still have to burn 1/3 of the total supply, which is a lot. So given time, the price of BNB, assuming the bull market continues, should trend up. But on the other hand, I would have said earlier in the year that Binance was one of my favorite tokens going into 2023 and 2024. But the matter of fact is that Binance has been under a bit of scrutiny lately from regulatory authorities. You can just see, if I just type Binance regulation into Google, we've got what is Binance's lawsuit, regulatory challenges in the cryptocurrency world. Binance, SEC and Binance clash over cryptocurrency exchange regulation. They are in a bit of a predicament at the moment. Binance faces regulatory heat in Australia. A lot of countries are kind of going after Binance. They clearly haven't complied 100% in a lot of different places. We just saw recently their Binance Visa card got removed from the European Economic Area, or basically just Europe in general. And so it's a bit clear that, they're struggling with regulatory authority, which is a big issue for Binance at the moment. And it's kind of reflected in the chart. You can see here that it looked like we were doing really well in this ascending wedge, but then of course Binance since has broken down. I think this is really since all the bad news started to come out, since a couple of things have happened. But of course, you could just argue that this is just part of a larger bottoming pattern for Binance, so it's not the end of the world. I still think Binance is going to perform well, but it's just a little asterisk next to it because it's definitely not where I thought it was at the start of the year. And it's definitely not, my top 3 or top 4 cryptocurrencies like it would have been, just because of these couple of issues. And just looking at the charts that we kind of, we still have formed a higher low, we're still above the swing low. But the matter of fact is that it's not performing as well as we thought it could. Now, coming in at number 5, my 5th favorite token going into this new cycle, it's going to be Solana. Now, this one's kind of the opposite, where I probably wasn't looking as closely at Solana earlier in the year, but just recently I'm starting to gain a bit of interest as to how well this token could perform hypothetically. So what is Solana? Here's a little brief description. Like Ethereum, Solana is both a cryptocurrency and flexible platform for running crypto apps. Everything from degenerate apes to the Serum Decentralized Exchange, or DX. Its major innovation is speed via a bundle of new technologies, including a consensus mechanism called Proof of History. Solana can also process around 50,000 transactions per second, compared to 15 or less for Ethereum, which is the ETH2 upgrade, which is currently underway, is designed to make Ethereum much faster than it is now. Oh, sorry, compared to 15 or less Ethereum, and that's all in brackets. It doesn't really matter. I read that wrong. Sorry. So because Solana is so fast, congestion and fees remain low, developers hope speeds and low fees will eventually enable Solana to scale to compete with centralized payment processors like Visa. So Solana is similar to Ethereum basically, but it is extremely fast, incredibly fast. It has low fees, and it has a lot of people building on it, and it has a strong team behind it that will hopefully, as they said, compete with a centralized payment processor like Visa. And I mean, Visa is an absolutely massive company. So if you could imagine Solana competing with Visa, obviously that's a long time away. But the reason I'm really bullish on Solana, obviously it's got the fundamentals down pat. It looks like it could be a strong cryptocurrency going into the future. But the thing that I really like about it at the moment is just this general bottoming pattern that we're looking at seeing. So if you guys follow any Wyckoff analysis or anything, I know this is a bit of a stretch, but I'm just looking at this from just a technical analysis standpoint, that we've basically got higher highs here, higher highs, and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. You can see that we've broken out since then. We've broken the neckline, and it looks like we could consolidate above, and this could be the start of a bull market. Now, that is very simple technical analysis. Of course, there's a little bit more that I look at with regards to this, but this is what I'm talking about when I say that, I'm not overly, fundamentals are important, but ultimately we just want to be paying attention to the chart. The chart will tell the entire story pretty well. And you can see this chart, it looks like we have got a good bottoming pattern forming at the moment, and this could be the start of a Solana bull market. And going into 2024, if that is the case, it could be an absolutely, massive bag to be holding, that you could make tons and tons of money on. Of course, not financial advice, but I think just from a technical standpoint, Solana looks very strong at the moment. Obviously, it has the fundamentals behind it, so the potential is really, who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Now, my number 4 token is going to be Polygon, or Matic. Now, this token, what is this token? So Polygon is a layer 2 or sidechain scaling solution that runs alongside the Ethereum blockchain, allowing for speedy transactions and low fees. Matic is the network's native cryptocurrency, which is used for fees, staking, and more. You can buy and sell Matic via exchanges like Coinbase. So Matic is pretty well the largest scaling solution on Ethereum, and obviously Ethereum is one of the biggest, or is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world. So Matic being the largest scaling solution on the second largest cryptocurrency means it is a pretty important token, in my opinion. Now, what I do like about Matic going into 2024 is that we're going to tap into my brain, and I'm thinking about my 4-year cycle, where we are in the bull market, where I think we're going to look at transitioning from a Bitcoin bull market. We'll soon see an Ethereum, the Ethereum narrative pop up. I'll show you guys a quick diagram to explain this. But basically, if you could imagine, this is generally like a bit of a simple way of looking at how the cryptocurrency bull market happens. So basically, phase 1 is obviously Bitcoin is pumping, which we have seen and will likely continue to see for a little bit longer. But going into 2024, there's a good chance we kind of transition towards phase 2, which is obviously Ethereum. Now, call me crazy, but if Ethereum is going to pump really hard, I think it's only logical that Matic follows suit, being the largest scaling solution on Ethereum. So I think we're entering this kind of phase 2 of the bull market sooner rather than later. Maybe not straight away at 2024, maybe later into the year, whatever it might be, but it looks like we'll enter that phase sooner rather than later. So Ethereum will pump, and I think Matic will do really well as well. And one last thing with Matic before I forget, I almost forgot. They always got these things happening behind the scenes as well, where they teamed up with Starbucks, and they might be teaming up with other brands. How true this is, or I've heard about it, but I haven't really seen anything come to fruition with this. So there's only time will tell. Maybe in the coming bull market, we'll see these sort of brand deals and everything push forward. It could really make Matic a bit of a mainstay in the cryptocurrency market, but we'll just have to wait and see. This is a little bit more niche, but I just thought I'd mention it because there is this potential that it could really send Matic a bit crazy. Now, coming in at number 3, this one is we're finally getting a token, outside the top 10, outside the top 15. It's going to be Kronos. Now, Kronos, I really like this token. I really like what they're doing. Now, the thing about Kronos is it's similar to BNB. Obviously, Crypto.com is a big exchange in the world, and then they have their native token Kronos. But Kronos is also the native token to their own blockchain, so they have kind of that dual wield going similar to Binance. Now, I think Kronos has been performing fantastically, both from a charts perspective as well as Crypto.com as the business. So we'll start off with the charts pretty well. We've been, if you follow me on Twitter, we've been looking at this for the longest time, being a bottoming pattern where obviously the price of Crow hopefully doesn't come. This is the bottom, a macro bottom for Crow. Only time will tell whether we're correct on this or not. But I think from a charts perspective, I think this is looking, absolutely fantastic at the moment. This is pretty well, we've been buying in this whole area if you've been following my Twitter, and obviously we've pumped away since then. So it's been fantastic. But not only is Crow looking from a technical analysis point very strong at the moment, Crypto.com as a company has also been going pretty crazy over the bull market and over the bear market. We just have to look at their sponsorships that they have. They obviously have the Crypto.com Arena in America, and they sponsor many other sports. We've got the UFC, the Paris Football Club, the AFL, Fnatic, all across the Formula One, a whole bunch of different leagues from across the globe. So if you watch any of these sports, you're going to be seeing this. It's very predominant. Obviously, you watch any of these, you watch the 76ers, it's on their jersey, you're going to see Crypto.com. So in terms of onboarding new customers, this is, obviously going to drive a lot of people towards Crypto.com. And not only do Crypto.com obviously provide a lot of different services as to what you can use, etc. and etc. But in terms of regulation, this is a big one. They are doing absolutely fantastic. I mean, Crypto.com receives regulatory approval offer for services in Spain. If we just scroll down, hang on, that's Spain again. Where was I reading? Hang on. Spain, the Dutch Central Bank. There's a few different ones here where Crypto.com are getting regulatory approval. We just saw that they might have been admitted into the World Economic Forum. I mean, you can't really get any bigger than that. The thing about Crypto.com is, obviously, technically, they look really good just from a chart point of view, but also the services they provide. But most importantly, in my opinion, is that regulatory approval. They have not had any issues so far. which has been absolutely fantastic. So they're able to operate comfortably. They have confidence from the consumers, confidence from investors, and business and institutional players, which is going to obviously drive a lot of money into this ecosystem and into the Kronos token in the next bull market, in my opinion. Now, coming in at number 2 is going to be Ethereum. Now, I've kind of already spoken about why I'm bullish on Ethereum. Obviously, I think we're going into a phase 2 where Ethereum is going to really perform well. And obviously, Ethereum being the second largest cryptocurrency, it's kind of bound to perform somewhat well, at least. I think even worst case scenario, if Bitcoin runs up, it might not match Bitcoin, but it'll definitely perform well. And the other thing is, I think what we're going to see is a lot of narratives around the deflationary aspect of Ethereum. You can see that since the merge, Ethereum has been deflationary. Now, it's not very deflationary at all. It's only 0.188% per year deflationary. So it's a really, really slow burn, to be honest, and it's probably a lot slower than what a lot of people would have liked. But I think that once the bull market picks up, it doesn't matter. These are the narratives that you're going to hear. You're going to hear about the merge being a huge success. You're going to hear about this being a huge success. And it won't really matter whether these are actually massive successes or not. Fundamentally, yes, Ethereum is stronger than it was a couple of years ago. But at the end of the day, it's all just playing on people's emotion. Well, not that one. Because when we're going into the phase 2 of Ethereum, you're going to hear about all this. People are going to be going crazy about it, thinking it's game changing, blah, 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 blah. And it'll pump the price of Ethereum. And I also think technically, if you've been following me on Twitter or my monthly analysis videos, from a technical standpoint, Ethereum is also looking very good in the sense that we've basically just got higher lows, across the board, and then we're in this ascending wedge. So if we can break out of this wedge, I think that'll really be the start of the Ethereum bull market. And we'll see things get a little bit crazy after that point as we enter phase 2 of a market or cryptocurrency market cycle. Now, coming in at number 1, we have none other than Sheba Inu, the absolute greatest token to ever grace the earth. This token will be going to $1 in the... No, I'm only joking. It's not Sheba Inu. Guys, it's Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin's the best. At the end of the day, any top 10 cryptocurrencies, if Bitcoin is not number 1, I don't think I think you're trolling a little bit, because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, it seems like Bitcoin is still king. And what we talk about a lot for Bitcoin is the 4-year cycle, and it still seems intact. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. You can just look at this chart and pause the video if you want to see, or go back and check my monthly analysis videos. But the 4-year cycle still looks very much so intact. And obviously, Bitcoin is just king. It will always be king, I think, in my opinion. It has massive market dominance. It is the largest cryptocurrency. It is the only cryptocurrency that is fully decentralized. There's no business behind it. There's no person, behind pulling the strings or anything, or at least, I hope not. There could be, you never know. But, the fact is that Bitcoin is over 50%, as you can see on the top of the screen there. It's 51.3% of market dominance, and this token is it's the number 1 token for a reason, right? I think if you're going to bet against Bitcoin, you better be really careful, because, generally speaking, it will outpace majority of cryptocurrencies. So, I mean, what else can I really say? I think Bitcoin is king. I think if you're new to crypto as well, you should really just consider sticking in Bitcoin and Ethereum. You're still going to get great gains without a lot of the risk. And going into 2024, as we were saying, I think this is the start of a new bull market. If we just look at our 4-year cycle, right, it looks like we're starting a new bull market. So hopefully that is the case, and we continue to pump up, and Bitcoin will obviously perform well in that circumstance. Now, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Now, if you did, remember to subscribe, like the video, comment anything down below that you want to hear or know or whatever. We do upload weekly on this channel. Feel free to use my referral codes down below. Enjoy the rest of your week or your weekend or wherever you are watching this. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.